Welcome to Minghui Radio's Falun Gong News, direct from China and around the world. Topics include news about the persecution of Falun Gong in China, local events, and special items of interest. Now for this week's stories.
USA. World-renowned classical Chinese dance company Shenyun Performing Arts is returning to the David H. Koch Theater in Manhattan to present 18 performances between March 25th and April 12th. Nearly 70 elected officials issued proclamations or congratulatory letters wishing the company great success during this year's performances. Commendations for the company, based in upstate New York, have been received from U.S. congressional members, state-level legislators, and local officials. In their proclamations and congratulatory letters, officials praised Shenyun's accomplishments. In particular, they applauded the company's 20-year legacy and commended Shenyun's artistic director, D.F., as well as the artists, for their talent. Through profound, pure, and exquisite artistry, Shenyun's magnificent stage productions uphold traditional values, enrich community culture, and bring beauty and hope to audiences around the world. President pro tempore and Majority Leader of the New York State Senate, Andrea Stewart Cousins, recognized Shenyun Performing Arts as an organization worthy of highest respect and esteem. In her proclamation, she declared March 25, 2026, Shenyun Performing Arts Day.
Australia, State Organs, a documentary about the crime of live organ harvesting sanctioned by the Chinese Communist Party, was screened at the Albany City Hall in Western Australia on March 15th. The viewing was co-hosted by City Councillor Thomas Brow and businessman Mark Hutchinson. Brow, an emergency physician, was elected to the Albany City Council in 2021. This was the first time he had seen the film. Before the event, he read the book Bloody Harvest, The Killing of Falun Gong for Their Organs, written by human rights lawyer David Mattis. After he saw the film, Dr. Brow wrote an article titled Guardrails, What Stops Doctors from Doing Evil is Not What Most People Think. It was published in Public Record, an independent Australian editorial project that covers institutions and public life. Dr. Brow explained that this kind of organ harvesting is illegal in Australia and that the country is actively working to close loopholes in relevant legislation and enforcement. He said that many people who have transplants may not be aware that they are the recipients of these organs, nor do they understand that a chain of killing was involved. One way to address this issue is by exposing the crime.
Ireland. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated throughout the country with parades and festivals. The city of Galway held its annual parade on March 17th. St. Patrick's Day is also Ireland's national day, when the country commemorates St. Patrick, who brought Christianity to the island in the 5th century. Many people attend religious services on March 17th, the day he died. After Ireland became independent, this Christian holy day gradually became a cultural celebration that transcends religion. Everyone participates, and the annual event attracts tourists from all over the world to participate in the festivities. Falun Dafa practitioners took part in the parade. They carried a Falun Dafa is Great banner and were followed by an exercise demonstration team, as well as lotus flower and dragon dance teams. People applauded, cheered, and waved all along the route. Many tourists from China said in surprise, "Falun Dafa," and recorded the procession with their phones. This year, 3,000 people representing over 70 different groups participated in the parade. Ireland's past president, Michael D. Higgins, and his wife Sabina attended the event as special guests.
The Netherlands. Activities to introduce the spiritual practice of Falun Dafa took place at Dam Square in the city of Amsterdam on March 8th. Practitioners also raised awareness of the CCP's persecution. They collected signatures on a petition calling on the G7+7 countries to take action against the CCP's practice of state-sanctioned forced organ harvesting. Many tourists stopped to read their display boards and signed the petition in support. Mr. Shah from India read the display boards carefully and signed the petition. He said that the Chinese government should support the spread of Falun Dafa instead of persecuting it. He also said that he thought that large companies should consider leaving China to exert pressure on the CCP and avoid supporting this persecution.
France. A wellness fair took place in the southern France community of Agde City on March 7th and 8th. Falun Dafa was among the more than 60 groups represented. Practitioners demonstrated the 5 exercises twice at the event. A narrator explained the movements and introduced Falun Dafa's principles so the audience could better understand the many benefits of the practice. People said they enjoyed watching the exercise demonstration, and many expressed an interest in going to the local Falun Dafa exercise sites. Agde Mayor Sebastian Frey took part in the ribbon-cutting ceremony as the event got underway. He said if everyone could abide by the principles of truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance, the world would be a better place. Attendee Asen Pald shared, "I am here to find a way to stay healthy. After watching practitioners do the 5 exercises, I felt a strong energy. I've seen the movements of other Qigong practices on the internet. Falun Dafa is different." The practitioners handed out Falun Dafa informational flyers to the visitors and explained why the practice is currently being persecuted in China. Many people signed the petition demanding that the Communist Party end the persecution.
New Zealand. Practitioners held a rally in the city of Auckland on March 26th to introduce Falun Dafa and to raise awareness of the CCP's persecution of the practice. The Tianguo marching band performed and a large group of practitioners demonstrated the exercises at the event. Tourists, shoppers, and other passers-by paused to watch, read display boards, and took photos. Event attendee Maria said, "I really enjoy this. I practice 3 times a week, and a practitioner from Argentina provides me with one-on-one guidance." She said she's done the exercises for 6 months and had already experienced positive changes. Maria explained, "I used to suffer from arthritis and couldn't do many movements, but now I can squat with ease, and I am much more flexible. I feel incredibly calm, a tranquility I never experienced before. My mobility improved significantly." She also noted that within Maori culture, this state can be understood as allowing one's life energy to return to its center. She was moved to see there were old and young, Chinese and Western practitioners doing the exercises and said that she felt the energy field.
USA. Milford, Pennsylvania held a St. Patrick's Day parade on March 21st this year. Falun Dafa brought an Asian touch to the Irish festivities with practitioners' dragon and fairy dances, along with their Chinese waist drum performance and Falun Dafa exercise demonstration. The weather was sunny and the town was filled with laughter and excitement as crowds gathered for the parade. Thousands of people attended the annual event. A local engineer named Greg Silafu indicated that he admired practitioners. He said they have the courage to stand by their convictions, showing everyone that we too should possess such courage. He said that only when people possess this kind of courage can they unite, be honest with one another, and understand one another. He said he would pray for the persecuted Falun Dafa practitioners in China. A university professor named Derek watched the parade with his wife. He said he learned about Falun Dafa during the Mid-Autumn Festival event in Port Jervis, New York last year. He had also read newspaper reports about the persecution of Falun Dafa in China. Derek said that practitioners' participation in the parade brought a positive influence to the community and helped people learn about Falun Dafa.
The The following are selected cases of persecution of Falun Gong practitioners in China. A 74-year-old farmer in Henan province died on February 10, 2025, after enduring years of persecution for his faith in Falun Gong. Mr. Lu Shunmin credited Falun Gong for freeing him from the suffering of a slipped disc, stomach issues, and arthritis. After the communist regime began the persecution, he held firm to his faith and was jailed for a total of 17 years. During each detention, he was subjected to various forms of torture, including electric shocks, savage beatings, and burning with cigarettes. Mr. Lu was arrested in 2002 and sentenced to 8 years. He was arrested again in 2011 and given another 4 years. His wife died while he was jailed. After another arrest in 2016, Mr. Lu was sentenced to 5 years. After his release, he faced constant harassment by the police. In 2022, they arrested him again at home and held him for 15 days. After that, he was put on residential surveillance for 6 months. Mr. Lu had a stroke 2 days before the Lantern Festival and died that day.
Ms. Xia Jishang, 75, who lives in Chongqing, was arrested in March for mailing a letter to a local police chief in 2022, urging him to not participate in the persecution of her faith, Falun Gong. She is currently held in a district detention center. Ms. Shaw's latest arrest was preceded by 2 back-to-back arrests, which also stemmed from her letter to the police chief. One morning in 2022, a woman who claimed to be from the property management office said Ms. Shaw's apartment unit was leaking water downstairs. As soon as Ms. Shaw opened the door, the women and 5 plainclothes officers barged in. The police told her that their data surveillance network caught her mailing the letter. Ms. Shaw's world was turned upside down when the communist regime started to persecute Falun Gong. Simply for upholding her faith, she was repeatedly arrested. She was sent to brainwashing centers multiple times over the years, where she was forced to watch on a daily basis videos that smeared Falun Gong.
Miss Han Ying-jen was brutally tortured while serving 3 forced labor terms for her faith in Falun Gong. She had a stroke and was hospitalized multiple times. Ever since Miss Han, 74, moved to a new neighborhood in Shanghai around 2019, she has been subjected to around-the-clock surveillance. Miss Han's fellow residents were unaware that she was a Falun Gong practitioner, but due to the constant surveillance, almost all of them now know that she's been targeted for her faith. The 610 office also kept harassing Miss Han's daughter, who does not practice Falun Gong, and ordered her to write a statement on her mother's behalf to sever ties with Falun Gong. They promised to stop the surveillance as soon as they received the statement. Miss Han's daughter, who had quit her job to care for her mother full-time, refused to comply and condemned the 610 office for monitoring someone who'd had a stroke and couldn't even go out by herself.
A 67-year-old Manchu man in Heilongjiang province was sentenced to over 4 years in late December for his faith in Falun Gong. Mr. Na Zabo was arrested after being reported for distributing Falun Gong materials. The case was then submitted to the district procuratorate, with the court sentencing Mr. Na to jail. This is not the first time that Mr. Na has been jailed for his faith. He previously served an 8-year prison term between 2007 and 2015. Mr. Na was arrested while distributing Falun Gong informational materials in a nearby town. In prison, he was subjected to brutal torture. One day, a deputy warden spotted Mr. Na wearing street clothes instead of the inmate's uniform. He ripped off his clothes and struck him with a club. He also verbally abused Mr. Na and instructed the guards to not allow him to eat in the cafeteria. After 8 years of abuse, Mr. Na lost almost all of his teeth.
Attendees of documentary premiere moved by Shenyun artist's spirit. NTD TV released a documentary called Unbroken, The Untold Story of Shenyun, and held a red carpet premiere in Manhattan, New York on March 24th. This event commemorated the 20th anniversary of the founding of Shenyun Performing Arts, as well as the group's return to Lincoln Center for 18 shows. The film, which took a year to produce, premiered at the AMC Lincoln Square Cinema. Over 100 VIPs, including New York City Council members, celebrities, and Shenyun artists, attended the event. The documentary was also launched online globally on March 24th. 7 Shenyun dancers graced the red carpet before the premiere wearing gowns designed by the company's artistic director, Mr. DF. The magnificent attire drew inspiration from ancient Chinese dynasties. A panel discussion was held after the film. The documentary's creator and Shenyun artists answered questions from the audience. Stephen Lance, executive producer of the documentary and MC of the panel discussion, said that the film is to date the first deep glimpse behind the scenes, a rather in-depth and close-distance opportunity to get to know Shenyun artists. Many attendees said the documentary was soul-stirring and deeply moving. The film tracks Lance's investigations, and viewers follow him backstage through the story of Levi Brody's family. It focuses on 2 young Shenyun artists, Levi Brody's sons Jesse and Lucas, and how they and their family face hardship and overcome challenges. Many people were moved by the film. Mr. Brody is the director of the Falun Dafa Information Center and one of the documentary's main creators. He has been exposing the CCP's brutal persecution of Falun Dafa in Western society for 26 years. He also mentioned that when his family faced assaults and threats, it did bring a lot of pressure, but at the same time, it also brought the family closer together. He said, "This is a battle we face together." The film's director, Fiona Young, said, "For 2 decades, Shenyun Performing Arts spread the truth and traditional culture through outstanding arts. This is not just about dance and art. It also talks about the CCP's transnational repression. I hope the film sounds the alarm for all Americans who love freedom." One of the main creators of the film, Allison Chen, toured with Shenyun for many years. She said, "So many of the media reports are very one-sided. They make Shenyun appear like an extreme group using exaggerated language. This is not my experience when I was with Shenyun." Ms. Chen added, "I want to let everyone know, Shenyun artists love what they do. They are full of passion for their art." Media host and lecturer at Fei Tian Academy, Zhang Tianliang, attended the premiere with his wife. He noted that since the founding of Shenyun Performing Arts 2 decades ago, it has been constantly sabotaged and vilified by the CCP. He said, "This is the first time Shenyun has its own documentary. It's a great opportunity to present Shenyun's true story to people." He added, "It is very powerful to present the truth through the arts." Martha Flores Vasquez, New York Democratic District leader for Flushing, attended the premiere. After watching the documentary, she said that the CCP also tried to slander her, but she withstood the pressure and continues to stand with Falun Gong practitioners. Unbroken, The Untold Story of Shenyun also premiered online globally on March 24th and will be available until April 12th.
The art of Jinshan Ren brings a world of purity and light to Bulgaria. Artwork from the Art of Jinshan Ren International Exhibition was on display for 1 month in 2 communities near the capital city of Sofia. The show opened on February 20th. 15 paintings were on display in Belova at the St. Cyril and St. Methodius Community Center, and 20 paintings were displayed at the Historic Museum in Itamen. Both exhibitions were designed to illustrate 7 different themes: the arrival of Lord Buddha, Buddha's light illuminates everywhere; the joy of cultivation; persecution in China; peaceful resistance; karmic retribution; Buddha's boundless compassion; and the point of no return. The exhibition in both cities was free and open to the public from February 20th to March 20th and attracted many visitors, including Bulgaria's artistic elite, to view the paintings and learn the stories behind them. The art depicted different aspects of the spiritual path which the artist experienced, including the persecution of their faith, Falun Dafa, by the Chinese Communist Party. The small town of Belova has a rich revolutionary and historic past. Today, this revolutionary spirit stands strong in the face of repression. On March 12th, St. Cyril and St. Methodius community received an email allegedly from the Chinese embassy slandering the artist's faith. It called on the staff to end the exhibition. They also received a phone call demanding that the exhibition be canceled. Maria Panina, the local organizer of the exhibitions, told the caller that her exhibition broke no laws in Bulgaria and she would not close the exhibition as they demanded. After the incident, Vasil Savov, the chairman of the Belova Municipal Council, came to the exhibition to view the paintings for himself and to reassure the organizers. He told them that their activities had his full support and that he also stood by the Falun Dafa practitioners in Bulgaria in practicing their faith. Mr. Kuzmin Myrenkov, former chairman of the Belova Municipal Council and former mayor of Belova, expressed high praise for the artist and their mission to raise awareness of human rights abuses through art. He also purchased a copy of Juan Falun to learn more about the artist's faith. Several attendees at the exhibition in Belova expressed admiration for the artist's skills and the positive message of their work. Artist Desislava Maraganova said the exhibition, The Art of Genshan Ren, is a true journey into the human spirit. From the very first painting, you are immersed in a world of purity and light. I am certain that every visitor will leave feeling inspired. I highly recommend seeing it. An educator who owns a private school in Sofia named Kiranova was delighted to hear that the exhibition would also be coming to Sofia and said she would take her parents to see it and would tell her friends about it. She asked the organizers for additional flyers so she could distribute them. During the exhibition in the town of Itaiman, a world-renowned confectioner and master pastry chef named Elza Badchikova said that she visited China twice and heard about Falun Dafa, but did not believe practitioners were being persecuted. After she viewed the paintings, she exclaimed she had no idea of the true extent and monstrosity of the persecution. Before she left, she purchased a copy of Juan Falun, the main book of the practice, and said she believed it was no coincidence that she was able to see Falun Dafa in Bulgaria. She wanted to understand the practice in greater depth.
Thank you for listening to the Minghui Radio Podcast. For more information, including news about the persecution of Falun Gong practitioners in China and experience sharing stories by practitioners around the world, please visit our website at en.minghui.org.